a good Chodesh and a Chanukah. We're holding on the Chodesh Teves. Teves actually, in our history, and certainly on the calendar, is somewhat of a sad month. It's a month that some have a custom not to get married. Someone asked me about getting married on the night of the 10th of Teves, which is a fast day. My dear friend, Rabbi David Gurwitz, wrote such a beautiful piece on the idea of how Chanukah takes the light into the month. So we're going to have a beautiful month. But we would like to discuss what is the Ikar Yesod of taking Chanukah. What are we going to take from Chanukah, especially going into this month of Teves, this dark month, snowy month usually. So there's a beautiful Beis HaLevi. One of my favorite Beis HaLevis in this week's Parsha. It says, miketz yomim. It says at the end of 2 years, and power is dreaming. So the Midrash says, miketz sam l'choshech, a pasuk from Eov. God set the time for choshech. What's the word ketz? So the Beis HaLevi explains, ketz based on the Midrashim means a very specific time. Interesting that ketz is something that we use, ketz Mashiachenu. We also say it, we sing about it in the most Tzul at the end, the last paragraph. Ketz means in a set time. What's the emphasis? Chazal are telling us. So listen to this beautiful Beis HaLevi. It sounds simple and it's so profound. He says, if you think about it, why is it that Yosef came out of jail? Very simple. Paro had a dream. He had a dream, and no one was able to figure it out. And they heard that there's someone like Yosef who knows how to, through the Sal Mashkim, we remember there's someone that knows how to interpret dreams. So Yosef came out, and everything worked out. Baruch Hashem. Says the Beis HaLevi, it's not true. No, there's what's called the Siba and the Mesoivev, cause and effect. He says the truth is that Yosef had to come out of jail. It was the end of 2 years. Set time he was supposed to be in jail. He was supposed to come out of jail, that's the cause. The effect is the power started dreaming. Says the Beis HaLevi, so many times in life, we look at two things, cause and effect, and we mix the two up. The lesson in life is to realize what is the cause and effect. That's why the Sevivon, which is a lashon of Siba, is when a person spins the dreidel, the Sevivon itself, he has to think, in my life, how much do I see what is really the cause and what is the effect? A person gets upset. Why? Because the oil spilled while they were trying to put together, like right before Shabbos. Of course, that's going to happen, the pressure. So the question is the reason why I got the effect of getting angry, is that because my child pushed or banged into me, or because the oil wasn't prepared properly? Or no. I was supposed to be tested. I was supposed to be tested to see if I'm going to get angry or not. Therefore, my child pushed me. That's the question in life. Listen to this incredible hashgacha when it comes to Chanukah. So the president, Vladimir Putin, right? Hard to even pronounce his name. The last thing we would think is that the president of Russia, Edom, according to many, is going to say such beautiful things about the Jewish people. And it's interesting, striking. He told the chief rabbi of Russia, Rabbi Lazar, he told him that the secret, why is it that there are nations that have come and gone? Mamish like the famous letter, I think, that Mark Twain wrote about the Jewish people. So many nations sprung up high, holding up a torch high, and then disappearing. The Jewish people keep on staying eternal. Why is that? So this is the president of Russia. He said because they always kept their Torah. They stuck to their Torah and to their commandments, and that's the secret to their success. Of course, we know that the real reason why we're eternal, yes, is because we keep mitzvahs and the Torah. That's the only thing that keeps us who we are today. And it's also because Rabbi Daniel told us we're going to be an eternal nation. He said this in Bereshis, to Avram Avinu Bris Ben Absorim, that we are going to be Bris Olam. He has a covenant for us forever. The Rabbi Daniel promised us. Zohar HaKodesh says, Kedai to see the Zohar, if a person wants to know how to have hashgacha, so Taka, how do we have even a higher level with protection of the Rebbeinu watching over us? There's levels and levels. The Zohar HaKodesh says in this week's Parsha, there was once Rabbi Abba, one of the Talmidim of Shtum Berechai, says he's watching a guy, and suddenly this guy falls asleep, and there's a snake coiling around him, and then when he gets up, the snake is dead. Then the guy, he's sitting on a mound, so he wakes up, he gets up, the mound falls, and the entire part of the cliff falls down. God forbid if it was a few seconds before, he would have been down in the abyss with the cliff, with the mound itself. So Rabbi Abba said, there's something here. He went over to the guy and said, what's the secret? He said, what? He said, you don't understand. You went to sleep, you were sleeping, there was a snake, a very dangerous snake. Somehow it got killed. a spark, a flint of fire went out from out of one of the rocks, the Zohar Kodesh says. Then you're sitting on this mountain, right when you get up, afterwards everything falls in. You must be doing something. So this simple man said to Rabbi Abba, it's very simple. I don't go to sleep without forgiving every person that possibly angered me. And not only that, if someone did anger me, I go out of my way to be nice to him. Now, why does someone do that? Someone does that, you know why? If he understands that nothing happens without hashgacha. No one could say one word, positive or negative, or do anything to me without Rabbi Hashem decreeing. This is in Chovos Halevavos. When a person has such belief in hashgacha, in the Rabbi Hashem's hand of cause and effect, he's able to change nature. Nature now is subdued to him, subjugated to him, and therefore snakes won't harm him. Therefore mountains can fall. Therefore the entire world can fall apart. He will stay around. Have an amazing Chanukah and a good Chodesh.